Hello everyone, hope you're having a great day. A little over a month ago I made a review for the Spanish series 30 Coins that covered the first 3 episodes, and now that the season is finished, I'd like to share my thoughts on the series without giving away too much of the plot. A lot happened in the last few episodes, including evil, changeling-type doppelgangers, immortal zombies, and various Lovecraftian demonic entities. As the show progressed, the focus remained primarily on the 4 characters I mentioned in the previous review. The priest, Vergara, remains the main protagonist throughout, although as the events progress, Elena becomes more aware of the situation and becomes Vergara's most competent assistant. I liked how this plot progressed, as those two were my favorite characters in the show. The last 2 main characters from the start are Paco and his wife. While Paco remains loyal to Vergara and especially Elena, his wife Merche becomes more and more jealous of Elena and her relationship with her husband, and her sanity deteriorates as the events unfold. As before, the supporting characters in the town are an important element in the story going forward, although often are used as pawns by the powers of darkness and oftentimes become the most common antagonists as the story progresses, especially towards the end when an invasion of the body snatchers type subplot develops in the final episodes. The main plot of the show continues to center around the titular coins and a secret branch of the Vatican's quest to collect all 30. It is revealed that many powerful men in the past had attempted to collect them, including Napoleon and Hitler. However, even they were only able to gather a few, so the question is posed, what would happen if all 30 were obtained? Like, what kind of power would that allow? Of course, the main characters, especially the core trio of Paco, Elena, and Vergara, are attempting to unravel the mystery behind it and stop this evil cult from getting their hands on all of the coins. There are a number of subplots sprinkled in throughout the series, however, they all relate back to the main plot in some way. Without giving away too much more about the plot, I'll just say that I thoroughly enjoyed this series and would definitely recommend giving it a watch if you're a fan of horror in general, especially the films of John Carpenter, as his work seems to have been a major influence on the creators of this show, especially 1987's Prince of Darkness and 1994's In the Mouth of Madness, being the most closely related works in my opinion. There's a certain level of Lovecraftian horror incorporated throughout as well, especially with the designs of some of the creatures, with a very obvious reference to Nyarlathotep of all things in the final episode. As mentioned before, there's a bit of a mind control subplot that emerges later in the series that I felt was reminiscent of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, or perhaps even more so Prince of Darkness. The action, creature designs, and pacing is all solid in my opinion. My only major complaint is that the ending is very much a cliffhanger, so my final rating will be determined by whether or not this was actually the end of the show or just the season finale. If this was actually the end of 30 Coins, I will say that the ending was a bit of a disappointment for me personally. However, I liked many of the other elements enough to rate it a 7, and if it is simply a part of a wider storyline, I'd be willing to bump that up to an 8. So for now, I'm going to give 30 Coins a 7.5 out of 10. As far as I'm aware, there has not been a decision either way as of the time of this recording. However, I'm sure that the series got an international boost from HBO Europe and HBO MAX. The critical opinion of the show is strong from everything I've seen, and it's currently in contention for 6 awards at the upcoming Television and Film Awards show, which is essentially the Spanish equivalent of the Golden Globes, which gives me at least some hope for a second season. Either way, I definitely recommend you give 30 Coins a watch. If you're in the US, it can be currently seen on HBO Max, so check it out if you get a chance, and thanks for watching.